Willow Creek Lane. It was a quiet street, almost too quiet. Nothing ever seemed to happen here. People liked it that way, predictable, safe, or so they believed. The old Miller house. It stood empty for years, a silent, dusty sentinel. Then the moving truck arrived. Its engine rumbled, a harsh sound in the stillness. It disturbed the deep, settled peace. Neighbors peeked from behind their curtains, curiosity mixed with a little fear. Two figures stepped out. Girls, young, with bright, hopeful smiles. Their names were Lily and Rose. So the whispers said. Sweet names, innocent names, like the flowers they suggested. They waved to curious onlookers. Their eyes seemed unusually bright. They carried only small, light boxes. The house seemed to welcome them, to swallow them whole. Welcome wagons soon appeared. Casseroles were offered. Polite greetings exchanged. The girls were very charming, so polite, almost too polite. Their thank yous were soft, their nods gentle. But a strange feeling lingered in the air, a tiny seed of unease. Something was not quite right. Not right at all on Willow Creek Lane. Days slowly turned into weeks. Lily and Rose settled in, or so it appeared. They helped Mrs. Gable with her struggling roses. Her garden then bloomed with unnatural vibrancy. They knew everyone's name, every pet's name, every child's favorite game. How did they know these things? So quickly? They baked cookies for the entire street. Sweet, delicious, almost irresistible. People found themselves drawn to the girls. Their laughter echoed, a little too perfectly, like a carefully rehearsed melody. A performance for an unsuspecting audience. Their charm was a beautiful, delicate veil, hiding something just beneath the surface. Questions arose about their past. Where did they come from? Who were their parents? Their answers were always vague, gentle deflections, always accompanied by those smiles, those constant, unwavering smiles. Smiles that never quite reached their eyes. Their eyes held secrets, deep, dark, unfathomable pools. They decided to host a garden party. Their idea. The whole street was invited. Fairy lights twinkled in the twilight. Soft music played, a gentle, lulling sound. But the air grew inexplicably cold. Despite the warm summer evening, an unnatural chill, a silent warning, a premonition. Something was undeniably coming. Mr. Henderson's prize-winning roses. They withered, turned black, overnight. He was utterly heartbroken, devastated. There was no sign of disease, no pests. They were simply gone, lifeless. Lily and Rose offered their deepest sympathy. Their faces were masks of perfect sorrow. Too perfect, too practiced. Then, the pets started to disappear. First, Mittens, the ginger tabby, vanished. Then Whiskers, Mrs. Periwinkle's beloved poodle, gone. Dogs in the neighborhood whined at night. They were suddenly afraid to go outside. The girl's house stood silent, watching, its windows like vacant, unblinking eyes, holding dark, terrible secrets within its old walls. Fear began to whisper, louder now, more insistent, the strange wilting, the disappearances. These unsettling events always seemed to happen near the girls, or near their quiet, watchful house. Coincidence? The word felt hollow, empty, an increasingly unbelievable explanation. Doubt was a seed, now taking root. Old Mrs. Davis from across the street saw them. Late one moonless night, she was sure, in their overgrown back garden. They were not planting flowers, not tending to anything. They were digging. Small, shallow holes, burying small shapes, wrapped in dark cloth. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. Her silence was bought, or perhaps taken. Young Billy Jenkins. He was curious. He didn't believe in monsters. Not yet, anyway. Not really. He crept towards their fence. One dark, moonless night. Shadows danced. He had to know their secret. What were they hiding? He peered through a tiny gap in the old wood. He saw them. But it was not Lily. It was not Rose. Not the girls the neighborhood knew. Their forms were different, wrong. Tall figures, impossibly thin limbs. Their eyes glowed, a soft, pulsing red light. They were whispering, in a language not of earth, chilling, ancient. They were planning something. Billy ran, faster than he had ever run before. He tried to tell his parents, voice shaking. They said, "Bad dreams, son, only nightmares." But Billy knew. He knew what he saw. The girls were not girls at all. They were something else, something terrible, something that was waiting, patiently, for the right moment. The next morning arrived, bright and sunny. Lily and Rose stood on their porch, waving, smiling sweetly, innocently. But their smiles now held a new meaning, a predatory gleam, a chilling promise. Willow Creek Lane was their garden now. And the residents? They were the crop, ready for a terrible harvest. The true nightmare had just begun.